there, welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Chantal. This is a weekly reads. We're getting back in it. I feel better than I have in like 2 months. This week at work was not awful. There was like maybe 2 fires to put out instead of 20 happening every day. So the stress has gone down a little bit. I've also been a lot more mindful in terms of like stretching when I get home from work because I have a long commute, so I spend a lot of time in the car in traffic, and I have to bring my cortisol levels down when I get home. I think that has helped a lot. Also, if I sound a little stuffed up or sick, a couple days ago I started getting some kind of sinusy thing. Thankfully it wasn't a full-blown cold, but I'm actually kind of amazed that I haven't gotten like drop dead fucking sick since October, when all this craziness started. And I'm thankful it's just a sinus thing. So it was really bad. Like, you know, I sound so much better than I did literally 24 hours ago. So things are looking up. But have I read much? No, I've read 1 book since the start of March, but things are picking up. Mostly this is just going to be a little book haul because I bought some books and that I'm very excited about, and then I will talk about the book that I read. The one and only book I read this week on audio was Shady Hollow by Juneau Black. This is a cozy mystery with anthropomorphic animals. It was exactly what I needed. It was a very short read. It was a short audiobook. It took me like 2 days of commutes, and it literally, if you like cozy mysteries, it's a cozy mystery. If you don't like cozy mysteries, it's a cozy mystery. It does exactly what cozy mysteries do. It just so happens that the characters in this world are animals. So our main character is Vixen. She is a fox, and she is an intrepid reporter who takes it upon herself to investigate the murder of the town grump, who was a frog. And her best friend is Lenore, a raven. There's a big moose called Joe who runs a coffee shop. I think Orville the bear is the police deputy. There's the big like rich family in town, or family of beavers, and it's just, I think they're called the Von Beavertons. So it's just very cute. But if you're not into cozy mysteries, and if that feels a little too like saccharine cringy for you, this is not going to do it for you. If you know exactly that vibe, that cozy mystery vibe, it's a little cheesy, it does everything that cozy mysteries do, you know, you're going to be fine with it. And it was literally exactly what I needed when I needed it. I am going to continue in this series. The future books look cute, so it's going to be a nice like audiobook palette cleansers. And the audiobook narrator is pretty good. Like, she does get like the mannerisms of each character, and in the mannerisms of each character, it's very cheesy. Like, oh, my favorite was the wise old owl philosopher. His name was Heidegger, and it's just amusing to me because I studied philosophy in college, and my favorite class was a class entirely focused on Heidegger the philosopher. So it's just incredibly amusing to me that this owl, who was very pompous and full of himself, was named Heidegger. So what else? Yeah, that was it. It was a lot of fun. I don't have much more to say than that. Yeah, let's move on to the books that I bought. Very exciting. I'm actually really, really excited about this batch of books that I bought. So, first thing I bought was Swordheart by Kingfisher. Okay, it's fine. This is a re-release. I don't know if the original was self-published or indie published, but this is now a big Tor, Bramble. Bramble is a romance imprint of Tor. This is a Bramble release, special, like sprayed edges, beautiful cover. Let's see. Oh yes, here's the inside, and then there's a sword here. So this is Kingfisher's Romantasy. But I think it's, from what I've heard from people whose tastes are a little more similar to mine, this is something I'm going to like a lot more than what most Romantasy is doing, which I kind of call in my head sort of the Sarah J. Maas, Jennifer L. Armentrout, Rebecca Yarros school of Romantasy, which I don't like. This is fantasy romance fantasy. It's a story of a woman in her 30s who married into this family, and her husband died, but she has been kept in the family by like her dead husband's like uncle who wills all his entire estate to her when he dies, and his greedy family like try to entrap her, try to make them marry like the grandson or something, and she deduces that the only way to get out of it is to kill herself. So she finds this old sword, and when she unsheathes the sword, a man pops out of it, kind of like a djinn or a genie, and they go off on adventures together and fall in love. So that is what I understand to be the basic story of this, but in a T. Kingfisher way. I did read, I don't know, a good chunk of it, and I liked the humor. I liked what was like the tone it was taking here, so I am looking forward to this one. And you know, maybe this will be the one romance that I really enjoy this year that isn't a paranormal romance or urban fantasy. So, and it's so pretty and it's really nice. Oh man. Oh, you can see all the, yeah, this is the problems with like liking to have cuticle oil and lotion on your hands all the time. Oh well. Yeah, but it's pretty. It's still pretty. It doesn't change the fact that it's pretty. Next, another very pretty book that I'm excited about. The River Has Roots by Amal El-Mohtar. Amal El-Mohtar is the co-writer of one of my favorite books, This Is How You Lose the Time War. And from sifting through this a little bit at the store, I can tell that Amal, and I kind of knew it because I'd read Max Gladstone in the past. I knew Amal was where quite a bit of the like lyricality was coming in from Time War, and this is playing on that. So this is the story of two sisters who live by a river on the edge of fairy, but then one of the sisters rejects a suitor and something goes on. So that's pretty much all I know, and this is kind of, I'm going to imagine it more in like the literary, lyrical, fairy tale-ish kind of fantasy, which I am super into, and I just fucking love. I loved this cover when it was revealed. I think my Goodreads review is just me yelling about the cover right now. Not my review, like my post in the review section on Goodreads is me yelling about the cover, but I'm very excited for this. I do have to say, I don't like where Tor's pricing is going with this, because this was $25 fucking dollars. I did get a bit off because I'm a Barnes & Noble member, so I get a good percentage off, and I had some stamps when I was buying these books, but okay, I will take that back. Like, I understand the extra like $5 because there is art throughout the whole thing. So yes, I understand, like, there is beautiful art throughout the whole thing. But $25 for this itty bitty novella? Like, I would have understood maybe like $22. $25. I'm Boo Boo the Fool. I'm here holding it because I bought it brand new. And so I don't understand the chicken rooster thing yet, but I hope to soon. Yeah. Yeah, I'm a fucking fool. I'm complaining about the price, but I bought it. Even though I got some, you know, amount off, I still bought it because it's a fucking beautiful book. And I know I like Amal El-Mohtar's writing, so here I am. Next, this is exciting. I have a bookmark in here already because actually I sat at the bookstore. I like to... Okay, first it's Greenteeth by Molly O'Neill. So this is pretty newly released. These are all newly released. Like the T. Kingfisher came out like last month. These are all like within the last couple of weeks. I like to sit at the bookstore and read the first chapter or two of a book before I grab it, unless it's something like a T. Kingfisher where I know I enjoy the author and it's kind of like an auto-buy. But for the most part, I read a couple of chapters, and I actually got pretty engrossed with this. I read 3 chapters from this at the store, and I actually, when I was checking out the cashier, she was like, "I've heard this is really good," and I actually and I was like, yeah, I read, you know, I like to read the first chapter, and I ended up reading like 3 chapters, and she was like, yeah, I saw you at the cafe and I kind of want to come over and tell you that it was good, but you were really immersed. And I was like, yeah, thanks for not interrupting me. But yes, Greenteeth. This is a story of a lake creature named Jenny Greenteeth. That's her on the cover. This is very voicey. This is very character voice forward, but I liked Jenny's character voice so far. So she lives in this lake. She has for hundreds and hundreds of years, and her lake is disturbed one day when a woman is thrown in for being accused of being a witch, and she is, Temperance is, and they strike up a friendship. And where I ended, they were just going to start on like some kind of like I guess, a questy thing to collect things so that Temperance can do something. I'm not going to say what it is, but that's kind of where it's heading. And I really liked it. I'm going to continue reading it. I think this is currently my physical read. I think for sure, if you're on audio, listen to the sample of the audio, and then if you have this, like, if you can read a sample somewhere, do read a sample, because this is very character voice forward, very character voice strong. So you need to know that you like Jenny's character voice because it's her character voice, but I like her. So Greenteeth, also another beautiful cover. I love this green. I hope there are some good special editions of this out there, because this could be like, there could have some really gorgeous sprayed edges. I'm just picturing. So Greenteeth. And lastly, half excitement, half annoyance. Again, yes, I am very aware that I am Boo Boo the Fool for complaining about this, but I bought it. But Murder by Memory by Olivia Waite. This is in the genre that I have, the subgenre that I have been loving lately, which is sci-fi murder mystery in space set on some kind of space cruise, spaceship hotel kind of situation. That, like, digging down deep into that is a genre that I am loving, a subgenre that I'm loving. So I was very excited for this. I was very sad that I got rejected on NetGalley for this. But I think it's because Olivia Waite is pretty big known as a pretty big romance writer, so they probably got a lot of requests. This is set on a luxurious interstellar passenger liner, and Dorothy Gentleman wakes up in a body that isn't hers just as someone else is found murdered. So she is a detective on the ship, and she has to figure out what's going on in this body that isn't hers. Annoyance because, again, look at how small this is, and I think this is even smaller than The River Has Roots. Okay, yeah, first of all, this way, yes, it's smaller, and it is lengthwise, it's smaller. No art. $21.99. Tor, what are you doing to me? I love you so much. I love you so much. I buy your books. I love you so much. But what are you doing to me? Again, I wouldn't shell out this much for these little novellas unless A, I really love them, or B, I have a premium membership at Barnes & Noble. I had stamps that I could turn in. Yeah, I feel like I'm making excuses for my buying habits, and I told myself I wouldn't do that. But I still find the pricing on these little novellas a little bit ridiculous. But here I am buying them. Let's see, I don't think there's anything special about this. No, just a nice purple. I'm very excited to start this pretty soon, probably after Greenteeth, or I might slip this in, you know, if I wane on Greenteeth a little bit, I'll probably slip this in really quick, because I'm gonna finish that in an entire afternoon. I hope it's a series. If it becomes a series, that'll be fun. I hope it's really good. So I'm just on the lookout for more of this subgenre because I'm loving it so much. So Murder by Memory, very excited. Also, this technically doesn't come out for like another week and a half or something. But sometimes the Barnes & Noble stores I go to put stuff out. Usually they'll put it out like the weekend before the Tuesday release date, but there's still a couple of Tuesdays before this, so I'm not gonna say which store I went to because I don't want to get anyone in trouble, but I'm very excited that I have this like 10 days early. So yeah, that is my beautiful just bought 2025 releases stack. That blue is so pretty. I am actually genuinely very excited for all of these, and if I read these all in March, I wouldn't be surprised in myself. Exciting. Oh yes, and briefly, really quickly, what I'm currently reading, I am about 25% of the way through Best Served Cold by Joe Abercrombie. This is the first standalone novel after the first trilogy in his, whatever the series is called, The First Law world. This is focusing on a woman who was very wronged, and she is getting a band of criminals and people together to get her revenge. I forgot how Joe Abercrombie, like, yeah, I never forgot he's like Lord Grimdark or whatever, but I forgot what I really enjoyed about the First Law trilogy is how the combination of humor and disgusting shit that he does, like, just realistically gross shit that he writes. Like, people are dirty and filthy. Our main character, she is almost killed, and she doesn't miraculously recover. Like, she has a lot of shit wrong with her because of the way that she was almost killed. And he doesn't shy away from the reality of having a bunch of characters who are kind of like, some of them are the scum of like, just scum of cities that they collect to try to help kill people. There's a poisoner and his apprentice who are kind of crazy. I'm enjoying it. I forgot how much I enjoy and I click with Joe Abercrombie's humor. That is what I'm currently reading. I am enjoying it. And Greenteeth. I gotta put Greenteeth on my currently reading because I'm enjoying that too. That's all I got. I talked about what I bought way more than I talked about what I've actually read and what I'm reading. But, you know, that's how it goes. At least I'm reading and I'm enjoying things and I'm very excited about things. I actually bought... You want to see something exciting? This is... Oh, that's Makobo. I put it there just to look cute, but you can't even see it. This is the Lego Speed Champions Formula 1 Ferrari. I know the Venn diagram of Formula 1 fans and people watching this channel is like pretty slim, but I got it. I forgot that I pre-ordered it and it came last weekend and I was very excited. I built it in like 2 hours. It moves and it's supposed to be generic driver, but in my heart it's Charles. Oh, if you've ever been curious about this picture, that is me and my father. I must have been, what, 3 here? So this has been like 1988, something like that. Styling. Okay, that's that. As always, thank you for watching, and I will catch you next time. Bye.